Wondering how to tackle your PLC retrofit project and avoid hours of rewiring? Here's a strategy you can use when upgrading from a legacy PLC to the same manufacturer's latest and greatest CPU. Here we have a representation of a legacy model PLC with an older, slower CPU and rack-mounted I/O modules. Each module can contain as many as 32 inputs or outputs, potentially adding up to hundreds of wires to relocate. So, if we want to change out the CPU to take advantage of faster processing speeds and/or state-of-the-art communication protocols, a traditional rip and replace procedure is not only time-consuming, but could introduce new wiring issues that would need to be sorted out. Instead, add to your panel a new, super-fast CPU from the same PLC manufacturer and, as shown, a multi-port Ethernet switch. Keep your PLC rack, I/O modules, and wiring intact, and replace the CPU with a communications module such as Rockwell's Ethernet IP, Siemens Profinet, Beckhoff's EtherCAT, or one of the many others available in the automation marketplace. Now connect the remote I/O rack and then the new CPU to the Ethernet switch. Move the PLC program from the old CPU to the new one. Of course, this is easier said than done, but you will need to do this regardless. Now the new CPU can communicate with the remote I/O rack and, quote, see the status of the I/O, read analog values, or encoder inputs. So if, say, input 7 is pulled high on one of the modules of the rack, it will show up as such in the new PLC program without ever having to move a single wire. Remember, the new CPU doesn't even need to be in the same enclosure or mounted on the same panel. It could be hundreds of feet away, connected to the remote rack's Ethernet switch by a Cat5 or Cat6 cable. Need help with your PLC retrofit project? Give electronic drives and controls a call or click. Thanks for watching.